Hey guys, what's up? This is Koganinja, and I'm back with another video. Alright, first off, let me just say thanks to everybody that's been following my YouTube videos and hanging out with me and learning from my videos. I really appreciate it. It's been a great adventure for me so far. Second thing I'd like to say, for all the little time haters out there, the guys that say I talk too much, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like my videos, hey, you know what? Move on. Go on to another video. If you're the guy that's impatient and needs to get that information in 2 minutes, sorry, I'm not the video. I'm not the channel to be listening to. I'm not the videos that you want to be listening to, because my videos are condensed. There's a lot of information contained within, and you cannot, especially in shooting dice controlled, you cannot get all the information in 2 minutes. So if you're the type of person that feels that I'm taking too long and I talk too much, you know what, move on, go on to someone else's channel, because hey, you're not going to get 2 minutes here. You're going to get several videos. When I do a project, you're going to get maybe 2, 3, 4 videos. Okay, so I want to say that. So for you guys, if you're impatient, I would definitely say, patience is a virtue, so learn to get with it. So, and you're going to need patience if you expect to be a dice controlled shooter, because if you don't have patience, forget it, walk away. This is not the game for you, okay? Just go ahead and be a random shooter. We like those guys because, you know what? It makes our job easier, okay? Our play easier. So, all right, so anyway, so let me go ahead and explain to you what I'm doing here. I had some videos up on my YouTube channel when I first got going doing controlled shooting, and I put together a dice controlled rig made from a cardboard box. Okay, that was the videos that I put up, but the thing was I pulled them down, and there's 2 reasons why I pulled them down. The 2 reasons why, the first one is because I wasn't able to give you all the information that was needed. Okay, there was some information that I left out because I was still real new at this. Okay, and it was just kind of my, when I first did it, it was kind of like my diary, my journal entry, and just kind of letting people know what I was doing. But times have changed. My attitude has changed towards dice controlled shooting. I'm very serious about it now, and this is something I do 4 or 5 times a week. I'm very serious about this, and so I wanted to pull those videos down and give you the proper information. So this video that I'm doing here is a revisit. Okay, the second reason that I pulled that video down was because people were commenting on the video and trying to making suggestions on adding different things to improve the dice rig. Okay, and at the time I thought it was good, but come to realize, as time went on, I've come to realize that those suggestions were flat out 100% wrong. Okay, so that's why I pulled those videos down. Okay, and I'm going to show you again. We're going to revisit the dice controlled rig out of a cardboard box, and I'm going to show you how to build it, the purpose of what it's used for, and how you should be using it. Okay, before I go on any further, let me tell you this right now so that you understand. Building this dice controlled rig out of a cardboard box is not meant to replicate casino conditions. It's not. Okay, it's built for another reason. Okay, so if you're going to come onto my channel and tell me that this doesn't replicate casino conditions and it's a waste of time and it's not going to work, guess what? I'm going to remove your post because you're wrong. Okay, I'm telling you, you're 100% wrong. I've done this. I've got the t-shirt. I've got the successful play to back up what I'm telling you. Okay, and I'm not trying to get a big head about it or anything, like, oh, Koganinja got attitude. No, it's not like that. I'm just trying to tell you what I know works. Okay, so let's get with it, and let me show you how to build it, and tell you why you're building it a certain way, And once we're done, you'll have a full understanding of why you should have this, why you should be practicing with it, and the purpose of why you should have this dice-controlled cardboard box practice rig. Okay, let's get going. The things that you're going to need: a cardboard box. Walmart is the best place to get boxes. Okay, a Lipton box, Lipton tea bag box, a deck of cards. You're going to need some scissors, a red marker of any kind, tape of any kind. I'm using packaging tape. Obviously, it's a cardboard box. Packaging tape works the best, and a measuring tape. Okay, so those are the things that you're going to need. Let's start building. Okay, the things that for now, we're going to remove the things that we don't need. We're going to go ahead and at this point, all we're going to need is the scissors, the cardboard box, and the measuring tape. Now, let's figure out the rig, okay? All right, this is the box, okay? This is the box. This is how it looked when I picked it up at Walmart. This is what it looked like, okay? All right, okay, so let me explain here. This part of the box, this big part of the box, this is going to be the part that's going to be laying on the table. This back part, this side part right here is going to be the actual back wall of the dice-controlled rig, this part right here. So in essence, it's going to be this. It's the back wall, then you're going to have your guide rail, and then your flat part of the box, okay? All right, so let me explain to you. When you look inside the box, you're gonna see where they put the box together, okay? The seam, this is where they glued the box together. You'll see the seam. That is where you're gonna make your first cut. You're gonna make your first cut right there. So let's just go ahead and do that now. Here's the outside of it right here, okay? Oh, before I do that, let me tell you what the dimensions of this is going to be. The dimension's going to be the minimum you want on the back wall. You want a minimum 12 inches or higher, okay? The area that's going to be where the dice are going to be landing, in other words, the part that's going to be on the table, you want a minimum. This rig right here, for the purposes of this video, it's only 17 inches, but I want you to build your rig a minimum of 25 inches or bigger, anywhere between 25 and 38, 40 inches wide. That's actually what I want you to build. It's actually going to be a pretty big box. If you can't find a box that's 40 inches wide, just try to get something that's a minimum of 25 inches wide, 25 to 30 inches wide. That's where you want to be, the sweet spot, okay? But for building purposes, this is just, this is 17 inches wide. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and make this first cut. So, and you're gonna cut it where they glued the box together, the glue seam. So you make that first cut, boom. Okay, now the box opens up, and then you have the sections. Okay, now this is the part that we're going to be concerned with. This part right here, just like this. Okay, all right. So now what I'm going to do is, because this is my back wall, this is 12 inches here. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this extra piece off. We don't need it. Okay. All right, now we got our back, this is our back wall, okay? Now we have these two flaps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flaps, okay? This end part, okay, so here's your back wall, this is your flat part, this is where your dice are gonna be landing, okay? And then these are gonna be the walls, like that, okay? And then you have this extra part right here. We're gonna cut this off. We're gonna cut this extra part off, but we're gonna keep this part right here, okay? So we're going to cut those off. All right. Okay, so those are gone. Okay, so we've come to this part, so let me go ahead and I'm going to meet you on part number 2.